morning, you guys, and welcome back to Lowe's Farm. For those of you guys that are new around here, this is our family. This is our little baby. We live in this workshop behind us on this farm with a bunch of our friends. 3 of our friends. We don't have that many friends, but we have 3. We live in this workshop behind me, and today we're gonna work on making this thing a lot more beautiful.
I just gotta say, there is nothing quite like starting your morning with a good cup of joe.
Everything that we've been doing here on Lola's farm for the last 2.5 to 3 years has been all about function. When we came onto this land with no water and no electricity, we were really just trying to survive over here. We were really just trying to get by one day at a time. But now it's getting to the point that we want our home to look beautiful. So everything that you see in this video is going to be all about us trying to make... It's just going to be trying to make our home more beautiful and just look a little bit better. For all you Jedi fans out there, Sid's looking quite like the Emperor today.
She's a bear, honey. She's a black bear.
I think she's conniving an evil plan. She's coming up to take over the galaxy. This is how we shake the paint. We get Sadie bouncing and we shake the paint at the same time. The bouncy bounce! Painting is one of those things that Kaylee's just significantly better than me at.
I just have the patience for it, honey.
I things like painting, handwriting, doing anything that needs to be neat isn't just...
And monotonous.
Yeah, it's just not.
The monotony is just not for you.
Well, I don't know, honey, because this project over here is pretty monotonous. And I'm going to get back to work on it now. The great thing about this Jolly Jumper is both of us can be doing things now at the same time. Because Sadie's just been having a blast over here for the last 30 minutes. I feel like we're like training a future astronaut. Yeah. And it also allows me to get to work on this project over here, finishing up this stamped concrete over here. I've gotten down to the 3rd row. I have about 1.5 more to go, and then I'm done with this side.
It is good, looks like a restart.
Not quite ready. Sweetie, would you call this giving in?
You tried your best, honey. It was a valiant effort.
4 times. 4 times I tried. So we're in the process of trying to get Sadie to sleep in her little crib now as much as possible. We did the co-sleeping thing for a while, and we're still going to use this all the time because she absolutely loves it and it's just super convenient. But in my opinion, it's more important for her to get a nap in than it is to just try to force her to go in her crib and not want it. I also want to just give a quick little shout out to all you guys that have been leaving us comments below and sharing your experiences and little pieces of advice as fellow parents, as fellow caregivers. You know, it's crazy how different all of the comments were and how the variety of pieces of advice that there were. You know, in a way it was overwhelming, but at the same time it was very much appreciated. And it just reminded me again just how different, how controversial, how unique every parenting experience looks like. And that's what we've been doing, is just trying the best that we can with Sadie, from what works, you know, in our lives, what works from our experience so far, and of course, most importantly, what works for Sadie. Also, don't judge my very poorly executed twinkly light installation. I had really good intentions, all right? Nothing like a little farm fresh breakfast, my love.
Imagine the day when we get our bacon from our farm, honey.
And potatoes. That's gonna be the goal.
Can we call our first pig Bacon?
Oh God. Do you guys see this rare animal? Have you ever seen an animal such as this? A cat with a strange cone head. You guys can probably guess. It's been a long time coming since, you know, to have them get the snip snip. They have a clinic here once every like 6 months, and they have hundreds of animals, mostly cats and dogs, that people bring and spay and neuter them. So we're waiting for that clinic, and it just happened. So he's got to wear this poor little cone for another like 5 or so days until he's fully recovered. All right, Sade, we gotta take a look. Let Daddy know what we think. Oh, wow.
You're just saying that for the camera.
No, I'm not.
You like it?
I like it a lot.
It's gonna look really, really good when it's painted too.
And once we have it like going all the way around, you know?
That's one side down. That's the biggest side by far. And for tomorrow, we're gonna go to the front, and that front is gonna be quick. It's not even 2 rows, it's like 1.5 rows, and then we'll bang that out in no time. But just working with Iberto today has just helped me move this whole thing along so much faster, and tomorrow I'm gonna get his help finishing all of this.
What do
right
you
here.
think, honey? How good of a job have I been doing on the paint job?
I mean, better than me. I can't paint.
I mean, it looks really white. All right, Mr. No Pants Man, take a look at my updated light installation.
You want my honest opinion?
Honey,
It looks a lot better than you had it before.
thank you. Is it good enough?
Yeah. Does it make you happy?
He doesn't like my twinkly lights.
You just try to put twinkling lights on everything.
Honey, I like my twinkly
It
lights.
sounds like there's like a raging storm in here with this music playing right now.
Honey,
I feel like we're in a
whatever
hurricane.
works to keep her asleep is what we do.
Are you a monkey today?
Yeah,
Are you a monkey today?
Welcome to the coldest day in the history of this land
Since being up.
here. 51 degrees out today. Still gotta rock the t-shirt.
I can't believe you're rocking it. I'm freezing.
I just gotta show these guys what's up, you know? I mean, Kake's got his EDM Electro House rave party jacket on.
Honey, you're not impressing anybody. Go put a jacket on.
Kayla's got to keep working on all the tedious stuff today, just going around and cleaning up all the caulk from when we caulked the window over a year ago now. Sadie's over here being a monkey, and I'm gonna start working on the front with the stamped concrete. Now that it's all starting to dry over here, it's starting to look really good. It kind of throws you off when half of it's wet and half of it's dry, because you can really see the lines where you stamped. And it doesn't really look that good when you can tell that it's stamped, but as it's all starting to dry now, it's really starting to look really good over here, and I'm excited to get the front all done.
I'm not bitching. I'm just trying to express to you I'm not enjoying this.
Honey, you love tedious stuff.
Yeah, but not this. This is a mistake that you made that I'm fixing. Because you're too messy when you do the caulk.
Isn't that what lovers are supposed to do?
What? Clean
Help
up each
e-
other's messes?
Help each other?
I don't know. You might have to make it up to me.
With what?
Some coconut water.
Okay. This side's already just coming out so much freaking better. It looks so good. I've learned that this is really a two-man job. Not only is it so much faster, but it just comes out looking a lot better. The stamps are kind of too big for one person to do alone. And if you're trying to do it alone, they can start to sag a little bit if you're not really watching the line up on the top. And when they sag is when it really starts to look bad, because it kind of just smudges all of this cement rather than stamping in these fake stones or fake bricks, whatever you would call them. So Iberto and I are just moving right along here. We're at the halfway mark now. It's not even noon. We're just gonna crush this thing. We're gonna bang this thing out by the end of the day for sure.
Yummy, you like that? Is that good? I think you
Honey, this one side looks so much better.
Looks so good.
I've taken over your job. You see this?
Yeah, but I'm on smoothie bowl duty.
I figured out the cheat.
What's
You just put a little bit of paint thinner and it comes right off.
Oh, there you
It's
go.
taking me like 1/10 of the time that took you to do that one. It just comes right off.
So for all you smoothie bowl lovers out there, you guys gotta try this recipe. It's just frozen bananas, frozen strawberries, frozen pitaya or dragon fruit, a little bit of coconut milk. So damn good.
Sadie's sleeping inside right now. And we need to sand this wood. We've
Jordan
been
thought
waiting
it
a
was
little
a
while.
great idea to start sanding right as I put Sadie down for a nap in her crib.
It's just the timing. That's just how it lined up, sweetie.
Honey. All right, then if she wakes up, you got Sadie duty.
I got her.
Okay.
Dude. Suck it. Oh, I never mixed that meat.
Honey, what happened? What happened?
She made it like a half hour. That's how long your usual napadook is. Don't be giving me that.
I don't know, honey. So I just got Sadie down for her. What happened to my voice? For her third nap of the day today. She usually takes 3 or 4 during the day. And it's so funny how right before we had Sadie, when we were working on the land, we used to get so much stuff done. I felt like one day it was just like so productive for us. Whereas now, one day, we may just get a couple trim things painted, a little bit of stamped concrete done, and that's pretty much it. And that's basically been the reality of our lives lately. So this is a shout out to all you other fellow stay-at-home parents. You guys are freaking rock stars, all right? Because it can be challenging sometimes shifting from a very much quicker pace of life to a much slower pace of life. And just being okay with not getting as much stuff done as we typically would before. Here I come! Oh no! Becoming a parent is you just get weirder and weirder.
Done. For today. We're kinda, I don't know if you guys have kind of been following along, if you've been watching our videos for the last month, you kind of might notice we're working this way all the way through to the back of the workshop and just getting everything finished and done. And so like
Looking good, baby.
and like not like leave some things here and there, but like no, everything perfect. And we're at the point now where the front of this workshop is freaking done, and I'm really excited about it. But I've been looking at how dirty the outside of this workshop is, how much paint was missing, all the mistakes that we had made, and today we just made a ton of progress in fixing all that up. But the sun's setting now. So what do you think? You want to go take the puppies for a little walk? It's my favorite thing to do.
Let's do it. It's a beautiful night for it.
It's getting chilly out. I think it's like in the 50s. Everyone from Boston, our family back in
I
Boston,
know.
just rolled their eyes.
Yeah. So we had quite a few of you guys reach out to us through email asking if there were any pieces of land around us for sale.
This one right here is for sale, but you'd also have to shell out $1 million for this piece of land, and then $250,000 for all the ones next to us.
And that's not how much we spent. We spent a fraction of that. But for some reason, all of the land around us is like
Ton of money.
insane money.
But in all honesty, we've probably had 20 or 30 people that have asked to buy the land next to us. And we came up here and we decided to live in Panama so we could have cows for neighbors and not have any people for neighbors. Now it's not my land, so I don't have any say over it. So one day someone may buy it, but we all have, there's a rule on Lola's farm. And that's the moment that someone comes and tries to buy any of this land, we all get naked. So if any of you guys want to live here, just know you're gonna have to see me naked all the time. Every day when you're drinking your morning coffee, I'll be sitting there next to you with mine, butt naked.
So after a very long and productive day, the last thing that I want to be doing is heading down to the grocery store, getting a buttload of food, coming back, sorting it all out, and then cooking it. So I am very excited to announce that today's video is sponsored by Green Chef. So if you guys don't know what Green Chef is, they are a CCOF certified organic company that delivers pre-packaged meals straight to your doorstep. So they make it so incredibly easy for you by sending you all of the ingredients pre-portioned and packaged, and then they also have a step-by-step guide of all of the directions on how to cook the meal. So it makes things very, very simple, especially being a new mom. So because Jordan and I don't really follow a specific diet, I kind of like to mix it up. So the last time I did it, I did paleo. This time around, I actually did vegan, but they have all sorts of different meal plans that you can choose from, such as vegan, vegetarian, paleo, gluten-free, all sorts of things. Tonight, we are having Thai peanut noodle stir fry. Jordan and I have been talking about how much we've been craving Asian cuisine, and luckily all of these meals are actually curated from chefs. So they're so well done, so simple, and very, very delicious. The other amazing thing is that all of these meals are within like 30 minutes to make, which is very crucial because this little one,
she's ready to eat and then go back to
she's
bed.
ready to eat, and I can't be slaving over the stove for 2 hours making some elaborate meal. So it's good.
I love when you get sassy, like sometimes, you know? I can't be slaving over the stove for 2 hours, you know?
Give me all of the sauce. All right, sweetie, time for the trade-off.
Wow, that looks so freaking good, honey. I'm starving.
Woo, look at it! So if you guys are interested in trying Green Chef out, you can actually click the link in our description below, or you can go to greenchef.com, use code Nomadic130 to get $130 off and free shipping on your first box. So thank you so much, Green Chef, for sponsoring today's video.
Got all this overgrowth in here on this hoof horn. I was watching the Hoof GP last night on YouTube. I don't know if you guys watch that channel, but if you want to watch something very, very satisfying, check out the Hoof GP. He just trims cow hooves for every single video, and it's like the most satisfying thing. And then gave me a little bit of the inspiration to go and trim our goat hooves. They were a little overdue. And after spending some time with them, man, Alberta and Camilla are both super pregnant. I mean, you can just see it. They're like, their bellies are big. They're like already lactating a little bit.
Goat yoga! Woohoo!
And goat milk and goat cheese, which that's what I'm really excited for. I've waited for a nice, sunny, not windy day to come up here and fix this roof. If you guys remember back in November when I came here by myself to put this roof on the last day I went to install this exhaust and just messed it all up. Welcome back to the disaster of a morning. And this is just awful. If you saw in the last video, I installed this wood stove with this pipe going up and it's leaking like crazy. There's your problem. And my guess is that the silicone, yeah, you can feel it. It didn't even set because it just started raining way too early before it set up.
Jordan, are you happy?
No.
Why?
Uh-oh. There's a hole in our roof. I just put Sade down for her first nap of the day, but Jord over here struggling a little bit. This has been one of those jobs that we've just been putting off and putting off and putting off. And he's finally getting to it. He's not very happy about it. Honey, you're doing it!
No.
You're doing it!
No.
Almost.
So the problem we had last time was this exhaust pipe came out in a valley where all the water runs, which is really dumb. So this time we put it on a ridge. Why we put it in a valley last time was that was like the direct shot from the wood stove straight through the roof, was went right through the bottom of the valley. So now we just kind of angled the exhaust pipe a little bit. So it doesn't look as good inside, but sometimes you have to just like sacrifice things when you have leaks. So we needed to make sure it was coming out of a ridge so we didn't have any leaks. Now I just need to put this boot on, and this thing is as good as done. Did you see how much better this is for the water? Oops. That's a heck of a lot better. That's how it should have been done the first time. But when you're rushing, trying to get something done on your last day here like I was 2 months ago, you make some mistakes. So it's honestly a pretty frustrating day doing all this, just taking it all off. It was such a mess. I still have that black tar all over my hands. My hands have just been like sticky all day, but it's done now. The roof is done now. And I don't have to worry about the leaks. I've been like looking up at the sky like today when it's all cloudy. I'm like, man, when's the rain gonna start coming again? I need to get this thing done because it was leaking like crazy. So I'm happy to put this behind us. That's it, you guys. We're going to bed. I just passed out on the couch and I just woke up and I think I have drool on my face. All right, you guys. Thanks for following along. See you next time.